third down.
But here's the issue I have with that, because at the end of the year, you don't have any assurances that Antonio Brown would be back. I mean, you don't want him back. And you don't have any assurances without having to open up the wall when you want to that Kennedy would be back. And you're left with value in regards to a draft pick.
But what the texter just said is about the win now and not really screwing up the future. I think you're doing exactly that by making these kind of moves. And maybe if you were to do that, you also move Marvin Jones and try to recoup the 5th or 6th rounder you lost for Carolina.
Why get draft picks with this current administration? Because you get more draft picks, there's more yes, and had not drafted well. The more picks you have, maybe there's a weird chance you'll get one.
Yeah, draft capital.
I mean, he got Galladay right, he got Chase Walker right. There are a couple that he's gotten right. More is like
The thing I like the most about Antonio Brown and John bringing that up is that, John, you're not giving up yet on the season.
No.
And I'm not either. I think Stoney is. I can kind of feel it.
well, I just know
He's okay.
back in my mind, they're not going to win both of these next two games.
Right now, you're saying they're at best 1-1
Yeah.
in 2 games.
So they're 3 and 4.
Oh, that's just it. See, to me, and that's why we have to talk about this today, because I don't believe they're going to win the next 2 games either. I think these 2 offenses that they're playing coming up are collectively challenging to this defense, and I have no reason to believe they can slow them both down enough to win both games.
Finally, the text about J.J. Watt. I wouldn't touch him at this point. It's all about availability. His career with all the injuries, 0 chance he'll garnish a first rounder. Somebody else, no way I'd give more than a 3rd round pick for Watt. He's never been the same since his surgery, and he seems injury prone.
Right, so if you can get them for a cheap price,
Yes.
I mean, that's what it is you've got to be able to bargain and get a good price.
All right. Don't forget, 7:25. It's the 2 Grand Slam. Heather has news coming up next.
Oh yes, I will tell you why Taco Bell is the place to be next Wednesday. So Stoney, you could make your first trip inside of Taco Bell. Maybe you can sit down and eat at Taco Bell next Wednesday.
Road trip.
You guys should go to Taco Bell and make that look forward to it.
Sports headlines all day, every day from the Soul by Moxie Sportscast. This is 97.1
Brought to you by SoulByMoxie.com. It's another night to stay on this rainy Thursday for the Lions as they get set to take on the Atlanta Falcons Sunday in Atlanta. The matchup in that contest will be the Detroit's defense against the Falcons offense led by quarterback Matt Ryan. It's ranked 4th in the NFL for the first 6 weeks of the season. In fact, Atlanta is currently averaging 27 points and 419 yards per game on offense this season. Philadelphia Eagles will look to take over sole possession of first place in the NFC East. Big win for the New York Giants tonight on Thursday Night Football. Coverage here on the ticket starts at 8. Game 2 of the World Series goes to the Tampa Bay Rays as they beat the Los Angeles Dodgers last night 6-4. Good outing for Rays starter Blake Snell. He gives up just 2 runs while striking out 9 off of 4 2-3 innings. With that victory, Tampa Bay is tied up in best-of-7 series with game each. Meanwhile, the ratings are in for Game 1 of the Fall Classic. It's not good news for baseball or for Fox, as just over 9 million viewers tuned in to watch all or part of that contest, which makes it the lowest-rated World Series game in baseball history. Tiger Woods will return to competitive golf for the first time since playing in the U.S. Open last month, as he'll take part in the PGA Tour's Zozo Championship, which begins later today in California. From Minneapolis, I'm Tony Martinez for Stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket.
What's up, Heather?
Well, Governor Whitmer is asking Michiganders to take COVID-19 seriously amid rising cases in the state. So last week, the state said protect the community, wear your mask, social distance, and stay home if you're sick.
I think an important thing to get out about this, like, is when these college kids come home from winter break.
Oh yeah, or holidays, and
It might be a wise idea to kind of quarantine a little bit or stay away from older people, like grandparents, for Thanksgiving
For
and things
sure.
like that.
As you should be doing
Sure.
on a regular basis. I mean,
Right.
protect those individuals that need to be protected, and unfortunately, the rest of us need to find a way to live with what's going on.
all right, so Taco Bell is giving away free tacos thanks to a stolen base in the first game of the World Series. So before the World Series began, Taco Bell announced that they would be giving away a free taco to anyone in the United States if a player managed to steal a base. And right there on the first game, it was already time for tacos. Mookie Betts stole second base during the 5th inning of Tuesday's game. So if you want to get your hands on a free taco, Stoney, maybe step inside a Taco Bell. Wednesday, the 28th, that's next Wednesday, you can get a free Doritos Locos Taco while supplies last. You need to be in line by 11:59 p.m.
Not too shabby. No, I remember the time I did have Taco Bell was when they did come out with a new product. I believe it was the Doritos one.
Oh,
And they brought
really?
them to the station. Yeah,
Oh.
it was very tasty.
I'm sure it's very tasty.
See, so what I think should happen is John and Stoney should go to Taco Bell next Wednesday, and Stoney can go in and have them go through the Taco Bell ordering experience. Because this is the way I think it would happen. I think Stoney would get extremely frustrated looking at the menu and not understand what anything is, because the names are kind of weird on some of the stuff. And then he would just say, just give me 3 tacos.
Or you can just walk up and say, "I'll take my freebie."
Or Mexicans. Do they have like chimichangas? Burritos?
They have
Yeah.
Doritos, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no Mexican pizza though.
I like Mexican food. I just, it's not for fast food for me. The only time I did go into one, but it was one of those Taco Bell's KFC combines on
Yeah.
the way up north.
Yes.
So, was Taco Bell around when you were in college, Stoney?
No, I don't think so. That's probably
Because-
why.
Right, that's exactly why. Because I feel like Taco Bell is.
There's a gub there, like cackling like a little schoolgirl.
So
old, there was no Taco Bell.
Heather did it.
I know. That's why, because I was like, was it around? When was Taco Bell invented? I don't know, Stoney.
Not for like I don't think there were for like fast food places. Well, there were. Yeah, there were.
McDonald's always had drive-thru, haven't they?
Yeah.
Well, they had the drive up where somebody could bring
Right.
the food out to you.
Right.
Was it that around? I don't know. That's why you don't know Taco Bell well, Stoney. So
All right,
think
now
if
hold
Taco
on.
Bell would have been like around when you were in college and you were drinking and you needed a quick food, you would know
All right,
Taco
the
Bell.
first
a whole lot
franchise opened in California in 1964, and they were still in California. The first location east of the Mississippi was in Ohio in 1968. Okay, but I don't remember Taco Bell's at all when I was a kid.
Yep, that's the problem.
Yeah,
Sorry, Stoney.
that's all right.
Yeah,
Made me
it's
feel
okay.
bad.
No, it's okay. It's all right. The truth sometimes hurts people sometimes, and I understand. I mean, John might even know this. In Georgetown, there's a White Castle, but it wasn't even called White Castle. It was called like White Tavern. if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yeah. It
No,
had
the
the
Little
same
Tavern.
look. Yeah,
The
Little Tavern. Yeah, it had the
Oh,
same look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're familiar with Little Tavern? Oh, Georgetown? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, take a whole bunch of those.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Oh man. All right, so Ford is offering, an alternative way to celebrate Halloween on October 30th and on the 31st. Ford will be hosting this really spooky drive-through light show at the Michigan Central Station. So, a different way you can go take the family, you stay in your car, so don't have to worry about the weather and the cold or COVID, and you can go celebrate that way, which is pretty cool. And it was also just announced that Holiday Nights in Greenfield Village will return this year, but of course there will be some changes. I don't know if you guys have ever gone to that. I've been once. I think it's something I would do if I had kids. Multiple times. Once was enough for me, but they say it's still going to go on, but they're going to have capacity will be smaller. So if you want to go, tickets are on
Chris Kringle.
Yeah.
Chris Kringle. Oh, yes. Can't get rid of him. No way. The body of a missing hiker was discovered in Manistee National Forest in Michigan's western Lower Peninsula. Pretty sad story. 54-year-old woman, apparently she was hiking and looking for birds in the park last weekend. Police say that no foul play was suspected, and they believe that her death was caused by either a medical event or maybe exposure to the cold temperatures or a combination of both.
It's terrible.
I know. Okay, so we talked about Matthew McConaughey's new memoir.
Yeah.
We talked about finding out how his father passed away. And now we're finding out a little bit more about Matthew McConaughey. So if you go back and think of his career, in the early 2000s, he made a ton of romantic comedies. That was like the thing he did. The Wedding Planner, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Failure to Launch, movies like that. He did a bunch of them.
They're all the same movie.
They are. They're all very, very similar. Some of them have the same co-star, you know, so they're just. But I like that. I love The Wedding Planner. You know, I'll watch that if I see it on How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I'll watch that. But they are very similar. Anyway, in his new memoir, he admits that in 2010, he wanted to change course so badly that he turned down a role where he would have made $14.5 million because he did not want to do another rom-com. He wanted something more serious. He wanted to be doing some dramas. He said he had just kind of evolved as a person, and he didn't want to do the same thing anymore. And then he also got pretty serious in his memoir. He actually said that he was blackmailed into losing his virginity when he was 15 years old. And he said that he was molested by a man while he was unconscious in the back of a van when he was 18 years old. So he is revealing a lot of details about his past in that new memoir.
I want to hear more of the blackmail losing his virginity stuff.
It sounds like he doesn't go into a lot of detail about it. He just says that it happened. But I didn't read the book, so you can get the book, Stoney. Check it out.
You gonna be in line?
No. Nobody tried to blackmail me. I wish I did, but I would have learned a little earlier.
Hey.
Oh boy. All right, quickly, a pair of masked bandits had to be chased from a bank in California after making a very early morning break-in. Now, you'd say all bandits that are breaking into banks these days are masked, right? Because we all have to wear masks. But these were very special bandits, and the Humane Society and the SPCA had to be called because the bandits were raccoons, of course.
Have you seen any of the video?
No, but I saw some cute photos.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I haven't seen the video.
There's like one where like one of the raccoons gets up on almost like on where the bank teller would be.
Right.
The teller counter, yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost like they're playing the game, right? They're playing the
Up by
part.
the glass, the plexiglass. Give me the money.
All right, thank you very much, Heather. All right, still ahead at 7:25. It's the $2 Grand Slam. Coming up next, he's back.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Accidents cleared on I-94 westbound at I-75, I-696 eastbound at I-75, and 696 westbound at Van Dyke. We do still have that semi on the right side ditch on I-275 southbound before Eureka, though. Be on the lookout for that. Traffic flowing at posted speeds on 696 between 94 and 75, and on the Lodge between 75 and Southfield Freeway. I am Julia Deal in the WWJ 24-hour Traffic Center.
97.1 The Ticket and CBS Sports Radio 1270. Your home